All right, welcome back to Plot Twist Podcast. My name's Ibrahim, joined by Ahmad. And today we're going to bring you guys a Superman review. We just watched the movie last night, and I don't know, Ahmad, how are you feeling after watching the movie?
I felt a lot differently about it today than I did last night. Watching it last night, and this is going to be, should we do a spoiler-free?
Let's start off spoiler-free,
Okay, start off spoiler-free.
and then we might get into the details.
All right, so
after.
going into it, what did you expect?
So I went in with a 7.9 expectations, pretty high.
I think I matched that.
Yeah.
I actually did a 7.9 too.
Yeah, I haven't been big on Superman movies. DC in general, minus, some of those Batman movies. DC has always been a fail for me. I honestly haven't liked a single Superman movie, but heard really good things coming out of this movie. So I came in with pretty high expectations, and I know you kind of came in with the relatively same score.
I would say I expected it to not be good, and then I started hearing a lot of people say how good it was, and it made me want to watch it.
Yeah.
And I couldn't wait to watch it actually with you.
Yeah, the trailer. After watching the trailer, I was like, oh my God.
Check out the Superman reaction trailer.
Yeah. My opinions completely changed since then. It looked so corny. I don't know. Yeah. Some parts in the trailer looked good. Other parts, I don't know. When I saw the dog, I wasn't a fan of Crypto, but he ended up playing a pretty good role in there. They didn't overdo it with Crypto. So I know he come from the comics, so I get why they put him in there, but I didn't think they were going to do it justice, and honestly they did a pretty good job. I
think that's where my expectation, I wasn't really aware that it was not going to be a full comic movie, but what movie would you say is okay, this is based on a comic?
Yeah,
right? Because all the Superman movies that I remember Superman Returns. That one came out a long time ago, and I remember Man of Steel. So I wasn't. You think Man of Steel is mid?
I don't like it.
We could talk about that after. I expected it. I wasn't really sure what I was expecting. I'm going to be honest. I kind of saw through the trailer they had other superheroes or other, heroes in the movie. One of the scenes was this ginormous monster just in the middle of the city. You saw the jellyfish. The trailer showed a lot.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of upset that they did. Because I feel like there was a lot of scenes that I was waiting to see what is this going to be. Something new. I feel like a lot of it was in the trailer.
Yeah.
You showed a lot in the trailer.
Minus when I do trailer reviews, I don't watch trailers in full. For that, that's the exact reason why.
But this one was bad. I feel like everything I seen where he's like, eyes up here. He goes up. I'm like, okay, I seen that one.
Yeah.
Where he flies up and the dog knocks his helmet off and he punches and his tooth comes out.
Yeah.
I saw that.
Yeah.
They released the clip of him going to say, yo, where's the dog?
Yeah.
Flip the table. I'm like, okay, I saw this. I saw that.
But they weren't spoilers. It didn't ruin
spoilers, but it was
movie,
it showed every scene that he was in.
Yeah,
almost.
Kind of, but not in a way where it's oh my God,
they showed everything.
Right.
They showed I think they showed most of it, honestly. I'm trying to think back a couple scenes. I'm not sure off the top of my head, but either way, I think comic-wise, last night I wasn't too much of a fan of it, to be honest.
Yeah.
And I think that's why I had to really sit down. I had to digest my thoughts. I had to think okay, wait a minute, what is this movie?
Yeah, I made him go to sleep. I was like, go to bed.
I was on 3 hours of sleep. What is this movie actually trying to show, right? And I'm not the biggest comic book person, but
me neither.
I know that comic books usually start right away.
Yeah.
I feel like the movie didn't show an origin story. They kind of showed us where the setting was.
Yeah, they kind of wrote, which I liked actually.
I liked it too.
Set
it
up
was
to
okay,
set
this
it
is where
up.
we're at.
Yeah, set it up. Yep.
And it just kind of jumped right into it. Yep. Things were already established.
Yes. Which I like.
Superman and Lois were already dating.
Yep.
Right. He had just been Superman just for a couple years, they were saying. He had just stopped a war somewhere, right?
Yep.
And I think when you kind of just jump in like that, that's why it took me so long to kind of understand, okay, he has a relationship that's just okay with the Justice Gang.
Yeah.
He has already a relationship with Lois. He's already kind of the guy people kind of expect to see, right? Superman-wise.
I like that, though.
Okay.
It takes out
The origin part of it?
the slow build up.
Okay.
Because I think what they're trying to do, right, and I could be completely wrong here, but they're revamping like the DC universe. So I think every movie that comes out is going to give us a little part of like each superhero's origin movie, and I'm sure they're going to go like.
Do you think that's going to be like a Green Lantern's
I
origin
think so,
story?
potentially. No, they're not. That there's.
I'm saying,
He'll
like,
have,
do you think
once
they're
he
going
has
to
his
branch
own
it off?
movie, yeah, I think he might eventually have his own movie.
Okay.
And people will kind of already know, okay, like he works with Superman, he's part of, he's the leader of the Justice Gang. Like you'll already have some of that intel going into his movie, and then they'll kind of either give you the back, like his origin, or they might go into his later, like I don't know
Yeah.
exactly what they're gonna do, but
Maybe
they
like a
kind
villain
of,
comes out.
yeah, like a new villain comes out or whatever the case may be. But
They
it takes
were
out the slow build up that everyone already knows about Superman, right?
like his origin story.
Like we all know the origins. If you don't know the origin story by now, like
you know, from
you know what I mean?
Krypton.
Krypton, like, his parents sent him to Earth, and
Yeah.
he's Clark Kent. He worked at Daily Planet. Him and
So-
Lois Lane are like everybody knows.
Yeah.
Lex Luthor is the villain. Like
I'm tired of seeing Lex Luthor.
dude,
In every there, it's always like in the last Man of Steel was Zod. Like I feel like Man of Steel was more realistic. Like I said, it is a comic book movie, but it was more of like if Superman actually was in present day, right? Like how would people feel about him, or how would people react to this superhuman who's the most powerful being? Like how would you be able to contain that? And I feel like the world doesn't know how to control things they can't contain.
Yeah.
So they kind of, I think that was their approach to it, but it wasn't as, like I felt this movie had a lot of joking parts to it, kind of.
I thought it had
every serious part, I feel like it ended with a joke, like a joking or like a funny kind of thing. Where I'm not saying I didn't like it.
Yeah.
I'm just saying like I feel like the comic aspect to it.
Yeah.
Here's an example. There was a scene where,
are we doing spoilers already?
It was in a trailer.
Okay.
Superman was talking to Lois in some, I don't know if it was an apartment or whatever, and behind them you can see a ginormous jellyfish, right? And you see the Justice Gang are just trying to like fight it, and they're like whacking it, and it's like, okay, you laugh about it. It's like they're trying to have like kind of a serious moment, but it almost felt like she wasn't like freaking out about that. Like if there was a giant jellyfish that's just out here, like it was so normal to them, or like
that's part of the comics. Like
that's what I'm saying. That's why during the movie I just kept looking like if I would have been like, okay, this is a comic movie going in, it's like Superman's a very cosmic, like he's very like in the universe wise, like he's
known,
the kind moral being that's trying to help and trying to save and stuff. And then in one of the scenes where it was this huge monster, I'm like, people are kind of just like looking on the news, just like watching. It's just like it felt normal
to them. Yeah,
I think that's where I kind of had to really sit back and think like, okay, what kind of movie is this?
Yeah, fair enough.
So what would you? So I mean, we went in thinking it was 7-9.
Yeah.
How do you feel about Superman himself?
I thought he was great. I really liked his portrayal of Superman. I'd love to see him in another Superman movie.
I would love to see him in an origin.
Yeah.
He
was really good. He was relatable. It was realistic. Like he was like quirky a little bit, but then he was like serious when he needed to be. And I liked every aspect of it, honestly. He really looked like Superman.
He did. He really, really did. I really liked him also. I think he was great as Superman. I didn't really have any doubts going in if he was going to be good or not. I felt like he looked the role. He, like you said, he kind of had like that quirky, like he was funny, but like kind of serious. But like, something that I did really enjoy was the robots that he had. There's actually I'm going to search up what the word for it was, because there was something that I didn't even know that it was called. It wasn't his lair. You know how like Batman has a bat cave?
Yeah.
What do you know what his is?
The fortress.
It's a fortress.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was a fortress. What is it? Superman's fortress. Fortress of Solitude.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
I don't think they had it in Man of Steel, but not it, like he had like the kind of like the hologram of like his parents.
Yeah.
But he rarely was there, honestly.
Yeah.
This one, it felt like that was like he went there when he was hurt,
Yep.
had the dog take him,
Yeah.
and they had like a direct access
To the
kind of like
sun.
to the sun where
Yeah.
he would heal up.
Yep.
I really like that part
Yeah.
too.
Yeah. I was a big fan. I was a big fan of, honestly, the supporting cast. When I watched the trailer, Lex Luthor, didn't know how I felt about him, but honestly,
He did good, but I think
killed
they could
that
have found
role.
somebody better than him, honestly. But like I said,
I'm
he was
sure.
all right. He was all right. He was okay.
Yeah, I'm sure they could have, but he played like that role so well. Like he was this evil, smart, manipulative villain, and he killed that role.
So,
Honestly.
what would you want to see more of, like from this movie? Like, if you could say, like, I wish I would have seen more of this. Like, what would you have wanted to see?
Honestly, I thought this movie was.
I wanted. I usually in Batman's and in like something I think Spider-Man did right was they showed a lot of Peter Parker.
Yeah, that's true.
Batman,
Clark Kent.
they kind of showed not in the new one. In the new Batman, they didn't show
Batman or
Bruce
Spider-Man?
Wayne.
Oh
They
yeah.
didn't show Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
In this Superman, I feel like they showed Clark once or twice, kind of.
Yeah, I think it was
A little bit more of him.
Very early on.
Quick.
Yeah.
Like he was the one that was interviewing him, and everybody kind of knew that they were like already together, him and Lois.
Yeah.
I would have wanted to see a little bit of him and Lois, I think.
Fair enough. I could see that. But also, like, I appreciated that movie wasn't like 3.5 hours.
Yeah, I agree.
Because I feel like that's where DC and Marvel sometimes they get carried away is when they're like, okay, let's make this super long movie, and then it just like 3 hours long, and they give you every single detail that you really don't need. Maybe they'll put in more of the origin story. I think this was perfect. Like, they skipped the origin, showed you Clark Kent, but then they went straight into like, okay, this is Superman.
Yeah.
It was a Superman movie, not a Clark Kent movie or an origin movie. I thought they did a good job with that.
I think his parents too were good in this movie.
Yeah.
I think it was, I like my overall rating would be that it was good, right? Like I would say go see it. I would say definitely if you're not like a comic person, I think you might misunderstand it.
Yeah.
I think people might say it was all over the place. Like automatically I'm thinking like, okay, that was super unrealistic. This is my thoughts.
Yeah.
That was unrealistic. The monster was in there for nothing.
Yeah.
And
it was a distraction, but
and then Lex Luthor, like the main plot, right? Like, okay, the dog, like he kidnapped the dog.
Right.
He went to go get the dog back. And then they were kind of like in the not the multiverse, but like he had like this portal that kind of took him there. He just like kind of turned himself in, went in there, locked him in the box.
Well,
and he got out the box.
He turned himself in to prove that he's not here to take over the world. Okay, this is a spoiler now, I guess.
But he wasn't. It was like
the whole world turned on him.
Like Lex Luthor turned him in almost. Like he took him to this like jail, like this thing where he just had people in there. Well, it kind of was like comic.
Not even the comic, but they even set it up that way. Like he had I forgot the name of the force that Lex Luthor created that was supposed to replace Superman. So Lex Luthor set him up, and then he talked to the government, and they said the only way they can contain Superman is if they use his technology. So that's why they gave him to Lex Luthor. It was the military that took him there, remember? And the guy's like, I'm sorry we have to do this to you, Superman. I forgot the leader of like the U.S. military. They dropped him off to Lex Luthor thinking he has like some sort of... They didn't know he's going to go to like whatever that new universe is or whatever. But Lex Luthor set him up, put him in there. So like he didn't know he was going to turn himself into Lex Luthor. He thought he was turning himself into the U.S. government. So they did set it up where...
I see what you're saying. Like I said,
it was a very small... really had to like...
No, I know.
Pay attention to get how that happened and how it went to Lex Luthor versus the U.S. Military. But
Lex Luthor, we have... who was the one before this Lex Luthor? It was him in Batman versus Superman. It was one who played in...
Jesse...
That name?
Just Facebook.
Oh, man, I can't remember his name.
He's from Facebook.
Yes, he was in the movie Facebook. He was in the movie Now You See Me.
Oh, yeah. No,
he was the Lex Luthor in the Batman versus Superman.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was Lex Luthor in that one. I don't know if he was bald or not, though.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I don't know how they made him look like Lex. Because
he just had hair. He just had hair. And then they had Kevin Spacey in the 2006 one, Superman Returns.
Yeah.
He was Lex Luthor in that one as well.
Wow.
Yeah.
So then this is the best Lex Luthor I think they've ever had. I couldn't remember the other Lex Luthors, but this one actually looked like Lex Luthor, though.
They need to come out with another villain. I think that's just such a like they
Yeah.
have the Dooms. They had Doom. I think it was it the Abomination or was it Doomsday? And Batman versus Superman.
I don't know if I watched that movie, to be honest.
You didn't watch Batman versus?
I don't think I did. Didn't I get bad reviews?
I thought it was good. I'm pretty sure. I mean,
I can't remember, to be honest. I feel like it
I'm
got
pretty
bad
sure it got
reviews.
good reviews.
Yeah.
I watched that. See, like when we talk about DC now, right? Have you watched Green Lantern with Ryan Reynolds?
No. I'm not a DC guy.
You don't need to.
I'm a
I love
Clearly I
Ryan
made the
Reynolds.
right choice.
You don't need to.
Yeah.
I mean, it was okay.
It was Doomsday, right? Well, who else is DC besides you have?
Flash.
I didn't watch the Flash.
Wonder
I watched the
Woman.
Flash. Wonder Woman. I could do it.
Trying to
They
remember.
had her come out in the end of this one too. She was like a party, like his like.
Was that
cousin
Wonder
was-
Woman or was that Supergirl?
There's a Supergirl.
There's a difference.
There's a Supergirl.
That was what they showed at the end.
I
Of
thought
the
it was like
movie.
she's supposed to be Wonder Woman. No,
No, that's Supergirl.
that's Supergirl.
Wonder-
This is-
That's his cousin. Wonder Woman is someone different.
Oh, excuse me.
This,
Oh,
guy,
yeah,
need-
that
this
is-
guy needs to read a comic or something.
I'm sorry. I actually did not know there was a Supergirl.
Yeah.
Huh.
That's the next movie coming up.
I think I was gonna say, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I guess that's probably why they showed her.
100% why they showed it.
Was that Sydney Sweeney? Who was that?
She's from Game of Thrones.
She is? Oh, from
House of Dragons?
Dragons?
Her name?
I don't remember her name,
Interesting.
but she looked good.
She looked good. Lois Lane looked. I like Lois.
Yeah,
Me too.
yeah. They did a good job
She
with
was
Lois.
good.
They did a
She
good
was
job of
flying the
casting.
saucer. It was a little.
Yeah, that
How
part.
the hell did she
It's the
fly
concept.
it?
You
It's
remember Mr. Terrific, or as my cousin called him, Mr. Fantastic?
Mr. Fantastic.
It was so funny. He was like talking about Mr. Fantastic. I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like the guy with like all the technology. I'm like, Mr. Terrific.
It's okay.
He was good. I like Mr. Terrific.
You know, I'm seriously, and I'm not just saying this. I think the more time that goes by, the more that I'm starting to appreciate the aspect of it being like a comic. Because
Yeah.
a lot of things that I got out of the theater thinking, when I'm really trying to put it into like a movie based on a comic, like those things, like I could see that happen. I could see
Yeah.
Lois in her driving it and
He said it was
going to a different universe. all that kind of stuff.
intuitive, right?
What was intuitive?
He said the flying that machine was intuitive. He's like,
It was a little over the top, but I'm thinking like, okay, but was it for like, you know what I mean? Like in Man of Steel, that wouldn't happen.
yeah.
Man of Steel was, I think, the most realistic portrayal of what if Superman came, what it would be.
I thought this was really realistic too,
What?
bro. The way they got like the
Realistic?
to get the people to turn on Superman like
But
that.
that was
and
so
manip-
fast. That was
But
so
that was
quick.
so
They
good.
they literally, like, the girl came, just, they had his DNA, and it just, I didn't even know that the Fortress of Solitude opens up just based on his DNA.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
Although they
and-
showed them going into
Yeah,
the
they did show him getting into it.
trailer. Yeah.
This other villain, I don't know who her name was or who she was.
Yeah, the engineer.
She, what?
They called her the engineer.
She was the engineer?
Yeah.
She should have engineered her way out of the movie.
What?
No, I'm just kidding. She
I was
was
gonna
all
say-
right.
What? She was
She just like had these like flying saucers in her
Yeah.
hand. All right, it was cool. It was all right.
yeah.
She
Pick up the
connected to his. She connected to his like the hologram of his parents, and Bradley Cooper was the dad in this. That was Bradley Cooper.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
She was able to finish the video or the hologram of his parents, like the message that would bring him, you know, like warmth and comfort whenever he was, you know, healing in the sun. She finished it, released it,
Yep.
and I feel like he like thought it was a lie, but then he like just questioned everything based on it. Like, how could she finish that?
Yeah.
How could she create the ending of it? You know what I mean?
He said it was lost, and she's an engineer. It was cybersecurity and all this other stuff.
Cybersecurity.
Bro, how many people are hackers and all that stuff? Like,
Yeah, I guess.
and she has special powers, bro.
Yeah.
But did you guys feel the look on her face when she was like decoding it? There's more to it. I felt like it was more over the top.
Like she like just hacked into his powers
She
almost.
figured something out,
Yeah.
and that was
It kind
I like
listen, it was okay.
Yeah.
I just think like you know how every movie, how they have like the final boss, right? The final boss in this one was his clone.
Yeah.
Like he cloned him.
Yeah.
And then
Spoiler.
it was like a save the city kind of thing.
Yeah.
It was-
I like how they turned the people on Superman. Like Superman, everyone loved Superman.
they turned him, yeah, everybody was like, it was quick. It was
and
like,
they're
okay,
like,
he's-
wait, maybe he is, because I mean, he went stopped a foreign war that he wasn't supposed to. He had no like permission from like the U.S. or whatever.
I see that part, bro. They had in the beginning of that, they had me with all that. I promise you. I really liked that.
Yeah.
Until like in the end, it kind of was like they helped them. Like Lois and what his name was, Mr. Terrific.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. They helped him. The Justice Gang ended up going over there and helping them
because he was gonna go over there because they, you know, the people that are oppressed that were getting taken over.
Yeah.
Put up a Superman sign like, "Hey, no, we still
like have
believe
hope
in you," and exactly, gave him hope. But he also had to save Metropolis, so he's like, "Okay, how do I save both?" And that's when the Justice Gang stepped in and helped.
The Justice Gang.
Yeah.
Still don't know how I feel about them.
Well, I liked it. Well, they did such a good job. It was such a good job.
I just didn't. I've never seen the Green Lantern in. I think, you know what? It's DC's fault why I feel this way.
Yeah. Well,
it's
remember,
DC's
they're
fault why I
redoing
feel
everything. They're redoing everything. This was the first. Like, this is the first movie.
Okay.
In the new era.
Right. Because let's say
you're gonna forget everything you knew before.
I barely know anything before. Say like Ryan Reynolds was in. John Cena was in this movie.
Yeah, that was funny. I'm not gonna lie.
He's in the DC. I actually didn't even watch. He was in, what is it called, The Peacemaker? I didn't watch that.
I don't like him as an actor. I barely liked him as a WWE superstar.
That's for another episode.
I was a Randy Orton guy.
That's for another episode.
All right.
If they would have had Ryan Reynolds in here as Green Lantern, right?
Yeah.
Hawkgirl, I could have 1,000% done without her.
What? She was good.
She had like the thing from Mario. One of them holds it where it has like the spikes coming out of the whatever weapon she had.
Yeah.
I'm not a Hawk kind of girl, kind of guy. Like Green Lantern, okay. You didn't even watch the other Green Lantern.
Someone needs to get this guy a comic book.
You haven't even watched the other Green Lantern. But you can't even tell me how Green Lantern, what power does he have?
I used to watch The Flash, and Green Lantern was part of The Flash.
He was?
He was in some episodes. And then the Green Lantern had...
Wait, but what Flash? Did you watch the new movies Flash?
No.
I'm
talking about the CW.
What is it, CW? Or
yeah, the CW one, yeah.
Ibrahim, my little brother, watched all of them. He loved The Flash. I've never watched it.
It was good for the first 4 seasons.
I never watched it.
And then it got just repetitive. It's like you knew exactly what was going to happen.
Okay. This is where I'm going to cut, by the way.
We didn't even give our final scores.
No, I know. I'm just saying, like, this part I'm going to cut out just because I paused. But,
okay.
All right. So if you're going to talk about now, would you say your final score is the same as what you thought going in?
Absolutely not. It's higher.
What would you give it?
I gave it an 8.7.
Whoa.
And that's the truth.
That's pretty high.
Bro, I really, really enjoyed this movie. The acting was great.
Okay.
Supporting cast was great. Storyline was great. Again, I know you said this part wasn't realistic, but the fact that they had people turn on Superman. I even liked when Lois Lane, when she was like interviewing Superman.
That was
and
great.
She was really digging deep and like questioning him. And he's like, Lois, like, we're dating. Like, you know me. You know that I'm here to help. And she was still questioning his decision to help those oppressed people. Was so good. And he was like getting frustrated and angry. And it really like humanized him because that's how we are.
I like
right?
that aspect as well.
It was so good.
I like that part too.
I liked
that part too.
I liked pretty much the whole movie. I thought it was really good. Surpassed my expectations. I loved it. It's a good step for DC. Maybe I'll actually start watching DC since Marvel's fallen off. I forgot. I don't know if you finally gave me. You gave me a score yesterday.
I gave a score last night.
I need a score from yesterday, and then you need to give the new score today.
In the movie, we agreed it was a 7.9. Before the movie, we agreed it was a 7.9. When we came home last night, I gave it a 7.5. Like I said, on the way home, I had to digest a lot of things. We had to be in separate cars because no, I'm just kidding. But me and our co-host here, producer, I apologize. I'm still digesting everything. I'm on 3 hours of sleep. I had a great night's of sleep last night.
Good.
I thought it was a 7.5. I was digesting everything. I didn't know how to feel about it. I was like, man, this is the only realistic part to you was that everybody turned on him fast.
I like that.
But I mean, in the aspect of like a universe, like the Spider-Man universe, that's the part that I needed to like, wait a minute. I know Man of Steel. I'm going and comparing it to like the Supermans I saw. They've never done a Superman besides... Well, actually they did because the Justice League. They had the characters and they had like pause for a second. I'm gonna give it was a 7.5, and then I'm gonna give it now an 8.2.
Okay, I respect that. As long as it started with an 8, I was gonna be happy.
No, it did. It got me after I sat at that think about it. When it comes to universes now, this has been new now because every movie has always been standalone, right? When they finally combined everybody, the first thing it was the Avengers.
Yeah.
That worked.
Yeah.
After all the Avengers movies that came out, the second thing I think that they combined were Batman versus Superman.
I think so.
In that one, they had like Lex Luthor has anything to do with Batman.
Yeah.
But it was Batman versus Superman and Lex Luthor was in it. Yeah. And then they had a Superman. They had 2 Superman villains in there. Yeah. And I guess the only person that was in Batman's world was just, I guess, going against Superman. That's where they started kind of like to intertwine all these things, right? And then they had the Justice League, which was Batman, Wonder Woman. Did you watch Justice League?
No, I told you I was never a DC person. Mine is Batman and The Flash.
The Justice League.
Of it is Zan. Shout out to Zan.
Shout out to Zan, for real. Shout out and sure.
Sponsor us.
Sponsor, please. Please. No, I'm just kidding. We have our first sponsor coming soon. Hopefully by next episode. But they had Batman. They had Superman, Aquaman. They had yeah, no.
Jason Momoa?
The first one was good. The second one was that's Khal Drogo.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Jason Momoa
was in Game of Thrones?
Khal Drogo.
Bro, that's crazy. I didn't even know that.
I just broke some news.
I didn't even know that. He was in there quick, but like, damn, wow.
Well, if you rewatch season 1 instead of going straight to season 2.
That's in another episode. Got a lot more to talk about. Who else was in there? Besides, it was Batman and Cyborg. Oh yeah, he wasn't in the Flash too. See, they combined all that, and I think it was all right. I didn't really like the final boss in that one either. I don't like when they get like the technology and that this is the ones taking over. Like,
and that's Lex Luthor.
And who? The Justice League, wasn't?
No, in this movie.
Oh yeah, he's like very like technology based, and he's very like up there. I would say that.
I'll also challenge you on this part of like realistic, like a billionaire who's funding a foreign war. That's not realistic.
There were some realistic parts of this movie. I'm just saying majority of it was like
the villains were the only
villains. The portal,
but the comic. That's they're trying to get like the rebalance of like the comic versus like real world reality.
You felt that they like.
I thought they did a good job. Yeah, I thought they did.
Did you think they intertwined it well? Comic and like realistic, because like how do you make a comic? You try to make it realistic, but then it's kind of like not. They did an okay job. Like I said, they did a good job. I'll say that. I'm not gonna sit here and for what they had to do.
Yeah.
With what their past was showing, I think it is a very good step. It's a
great step in the right direction.
I think it's a good step. But did you feel that way? Now that because you kind of had like similar to what I was kind of feeling. So when you start to think now comic wise, like, okay, how does your feelings change on that?
So comic wise, it's quick, hits you from the beginning.
Yeah.
So when you open the first page and it's right away, there's action, something going on.
Okay.
Which they did in this movie.
Which they did.
Correct. They did. But for me, the whole jellyfish thing.
That was good. It was so small. It was a 30-second clip. And a serious moment that was actually funny. Like the whole theater laughed at that part.
They were laughing a lot.
Yeah.
I would have wanted a couple more serious parts.
The mention, whatever it is. Like, come on. How can a billionaire, how many resources?
A lot, clearly.
Yeah, but
again,
like I said, it's still, I'm trying to do that too. I swear I am. I'm trying to also think like, okay, we're so used to like more of.
So it's more like comic, cartoonish, live action. All three together.
Yes.
You heard it. You heard it first. All right, guys, let us know if you've seen the movie or not. Let us know in the comments below. I definitely thought that it was worth watching.
Yeah. Must see in theaters, IMAX. Get recliner chairs. Don't
Get
be like my
recliner
brother.
chair. Definitely watch it in IMAX, though.
Yeah.
It really does. It changes the
It
experience
makes it different.